Tell us about your family now.
Oh, my family. My father is a butcher. My mother is a baker. We have a lot of family, children.
How many in the family?
Well, as far as I know, we have Sarah, she's a girl. Then we have Safri Campbell. And then we have...
How many in total in the family?
Well,
Just a rough guess.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 8.
For 8 of you, okay. Right.
Yeah.
What about your school? Could you tell us a bit about school?
Well, my school was Mount Ward, 2.5 miles from where I came from. It was going on well. We have some religious course. We stop over in the evening to do religious course. The minister take us back along the vestry. We were doing teaching, learning about religion. It was a religious course.
Okay. Did you take any qualification? Leave school with any qualifications or not?
No.
Was that for any reason?
Yes. Because the accident.
You had an accident?
Yeah.
Okay. What sort of accident was that?
Go with my mum to pick some coconuts, and the limb pulls out, and it came down and broke my leg.
Oh, I see. Right. Thank you. Did you get a job in Jamaica? Did you work?
Well, my mother sent me to Kingston to learn a trade. It was cabinet making, furniture. But the man who I was learning with was taking advantage. So I had to go with my brother. He was a contractor and builder. So I go with him and tried to do some mason work, plastering. Then I left from there and go to Dennis and Geddes, who make red stripe beer. I work with them until the time of my departure from there. Yeah.
Okay. You're talking about your departure then. So when you say departure from there, from where? Into another job or coming over into England?
Coming to England.
Okay. What age did you leave Jamaica, and your reasons for coming to England?
Well, I left Jamaica 1956. There were other of my colleagues were coming here. So I think it was a good opportunity to come here. So I come along. I came to England. 2 flights. One to Canada, and from Canada to Southampton on a boat. And then I started to do paint spraying at Marston Road up here, Villiers. And from there, I've been to Railway Street in Wolverhampton, still doing paint spraying. And left from there to Womburn, where they make these big concrete pipes, Redland. I worked here for 6 years, making pipes, these big pipes. And then the factory closed down, and I left from there and came back to yes, I left from there and go to London aluminium factory and work. I worked in the industry. There they make car parts and spin up and all those things. So I was there until 6 years I spent there. Then it closed, and I had to come back home at Owen Road, 19 Owen Road. So I was there until then I started to have my own family. And I have so many kids, and I didn't do no more work. I retired from work 1960, 1965.
Okay. So you know when you came to England,
Yeah.
could you tell me your first impression, what you saw and what you thought?
Well, I was thinking to myself, it was better. But when I happened to see the condition of England to Jamaica, I was taken back, because where I was in Jamaica, I was feeling more happier and more convinced, because my father and my mother is self-employed. So we wasn't rich, but we wasn't poor. We're independent people, because my father reared bees, apron bees, and during those times, honey was cheap. But every year we extract the honey, and we could make 2 cars of honey. And it was cheap days, but he could make 500 pounds out of those honey. And he sell the hide, small animal, they call it the hide. And he still do farming. So we're happy. Yeah.
Let me reiterate the question. My question was, what were your first impressions when you came to England? In other words, what did you think about it?
It was odd. It was hard, and the work was cheap. My first work was Marston Road. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Could you tell us whether you came straight to live in Wolverhampton and who with? Did you have family or cousins living here?
I have a niece. She lives at Oakland Road and Marston Road. And I happened to get a room. It was very hard to get place to live. But we get a room, and I lived here. And then I got married here. And after I got married, I happened to get a place for myself. That was at 5 Ash Street. Yes.
So the place you got, did you buy it or did you rent it or?
No, I bought it.
Okay, good. Right. So what was it like where you lived down 5 Ash Street?
It was 2 bedroom upstairs, front room, dining hall and kitchen in one. The wash house was outside. A small backyard was large, but it was better more than having one room, because the family were increasing. So, and I found out that we didn't use to one room back home. That's the reason why, to make the children feel happy and independent, I have to take that course. And then it was in Camden here.
Camden?
Here.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And the council give me a flat, a house up at Lee Road.
Owen Road.
Yeah, Owen Road. And I left with my family and go up there. That was a big, very big house.
Okay. What did you do in your social life when you finish working? Did you get involved in any activities or go to church or?
Well, I go around. I started to young people want to get married. I was master of sermon for them. Wherever they have parties, they ask me to come and participate in these work. So I do that for my own people, master of ceremony and chairman. And there it is. After my family started to increase, I had to stop going around doing these things and devoted my service to my family.
Okay. Did you attend church at all?
Yes, I do.
Could you tell us about it? What sort of church you attended? Was it a sort of Methodist church or?
It was United Reformed Church up at Lee Road. And all of my kids were engaged in there. It was white people. And after I found out that I could sing and I could do things, they put me on the choir. And I was on the choir then somebody asked me if I could come along to join Seventh-day Adventist. I go up, and I realized that Sunday wasn't the church, wasn't the day which the Lord required, because the Bible said 6 days shall thou labor and while I work, and rest on the seventh day. So I left the United Reformed Church and joined the Seventh-day Adventist Church.
Okay. So your experience at the United Reformed Church, did you find the people welcoming? Were they okay?
Not all of them. Some were kind of, have their different motives. And I didn't make that bad on me, because you can please some of the people, we can't please all the people. So I didn't make that bad on me. Well,
okay. So overall, if you look at your life experience in England, you've lived all your life in Wolverhampton.
yes, right in one room.
Did you encounter any problems or from the people, being a black person or living in...
Well, the same day I got married, a man broke in my flat up at Lee Road, and he was coming from prison. We have the reception, come home and have the reception, and they arrest him, and they put him away. It wasn't a place inside, but that's how it goes. But away from that, I have no problem.
So you had no problems with living where you were, working where you are?
No.
People didn't
No.
look at you or treat you any different?
No.
Okay, to summarise then, to look at your life experiences, what would you say was your achievement?
My
Your
family.
greatest, your achievement?
My family.
Okay, right. So, your greatest achievement is your family. What about looking at what you've done since you've been here? Because is there anything like contribution-wise you can actually say you're very proud of?
Well, yes.
Done?
Yes. The first contribution was to get a place for my family. The second contribution to subscribe to the church, to the different places, helping those who are in need. Yeah.
Right, thank you.
You know what is a alley?
Ali, yeah.
Alley.
Alleyway.
This, yes, round. You come off the road and they carry you round on this side. And the policeman said, come with me. And they go around there. And there was a big stone like this. And the policeman raised up the stone, and my watch was underneath the stone. And I had to go to court. And to my surprise, they didn't arrest the chap. Doing a bounding over. All they do, pay me for my day to come to court. So it was a bit embarrassment. But I know this world is not a smooth place. There is good and bad, you know. And I didn't come here for those purposes. I come here to work and to make a living.